Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll take for there to see. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology for Mystics. I'm your host, astrologer Jennifer Jennings. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for just a little bit as I'm going to go over this little girl's map. And it's not an intensive map at all. It's pretty cut and dry. But for anyone that doesn't know about missing 9-year-old girl in Pennsylvania, this little girl, she's been found. She's been found in the river. And RENESMAY or Renesmay, I can't even say her name. Renesmay, Renesmay Renesmay. Anyway, this little girl, her mom, foster mom, contained her after unaliving her and put her in the river. So I'm going to see if this video will play, just to give you context, just in case you haven't heard of her. Renesmay.
That is where a desperate search for a missing 9-year-old girl who is believed to be in danger has come to a tragic end. RENESMAY EUTSEY was found a short time ago, partially submerged in the Youghiogheny River near Smithton. After finding the child's body, state police say that her foster mother, 31-year-old Courtney EUTSEY of Dunbar, will be charged with homicide. Troopers did not reveal what led them to filed the charges against the foster mom. Now, she first told troopers that the child was last seen in her bedroom around 2 yesterday morning, but didn't report her missing until almost 1 p.m. No word on why it took nearly 12 hours to report that child missing. But again, that little girl has been found dead. We'll keep updating you as we learn more information.
So this little girl, I mapped her. I mapped this angle. And the reason why I mapped this angle is because Vesta in Scorpio was in transit when she went missing, and it was squaring the ascendant in Virgo and the descendant in Pisces. And so the Virgo is going this way. The Pisces is going this way. And the flame of life, the investigation and the reigniting of a flame with life and death is going this way. Vesta was in the same degree as Pennsylvania, where Pennsylvania receives leads, where they receive information that comes in and then they receive information that goes out. And there was a challenge here with the health factor. And the health factor is Virgo and Pisces. And what makes this so interesting is that during this missing event, if I were to have drawn out not just Vesta, but if I were to have drawn out the divine justice that was taking place at home with mom and the DA, the justice, that was in Sag and it was going this direction. So it would have been, well, it would have been going about right through here. And it still would have been squaring up eventually throughout the search. It would still stay in, Astria would still stay in that 4th house of home in Sag. But she would, as time progressed with this missing event, she would too square the descendant and the ascendant. And so this descendant in Pisces is where the little girl was found. She was found in the river, and I'm not sure exactly where. I just know that they said that it was near Smithton, Pennsylvania, which would be around right here. And this is where we were descending with relationships, with endings, prisons, hospitals, right here on the, I don't know how to pronounce that river, but it would have been right around here. I would say that she could have been found. Would I have went that far? I don't know. Because I didn't put any hot spots on it. I myself probably would have went right here with it, and would think that she would have been found right here around Liberty, Dickerson Run, and Dawson. Vanderbilt area, Vanderbilt Road, Dawson Road, Liberty. I probably would have had a hot spot here, but I might have even went on up into the river and had her on this bend as well. because this one was pretty cut and dry. Like, you could totally tell that this baby had been unalived. You could totally tell by the chart. And I can show you that. Just one second. I can show you that. Let me get, well, screen will work. If my screen will work, here we go. I can show you guys that. Hey, Lisa. Hey, honey. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know that other people went live right as I went live, and it's okay. People can look at this later. I just wanted to have this recording so we can save it for my studies. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the chart. This is wild. This is wild. Let me pull it up first. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Okay, so I'm going to show Wednesday morning around 7 a.m. This is when I'm going to, let's see, let's do it around 6 a.m. because that's when I was mapping her. Let's look at this. So if you check out the map, you'll see that we're rising in Virgo. We're rising in Virgo. Well, is it sharing? Hold on. There we go. So it's rising in Virgo right here. It's at a 0 degree. That means that something is beginning. When anytime we see a 0, that is the freshness, the newness of that sign. And so we are seeing something new that is coming onto the scene and being talked about with the media, with any type of phone ping, any type of ping. And I was told, or I read that the phone, there was a ping at the house on the 3rd at 6 a.m. And this Astria right here, she is the divine justice. She is Virgo. She is the constellation of Virgo. And so it was this degree, the 13 miles that I have from point of disappearance to the point of recovery. And it could have been longer than that. I'm not sure at the exact mileage or the exact place that she was found. All I can go on is that they said near Smithton, Pennsylvania. But there is a justice that has taken place. And this justice, there is a low point at home. There is this investigation. There is this containment. And that is the tote. I want to say she put her in a tote. She put her in something and contained her. And then put her in the river. So the river would, that would be that Sag energy. The river, the courts, the justice. And the endings would be right here. This is a 7th house of relationships. This is where the event was descending. And the North Node would have been going toward prisons and hospitals. I'll bet, Pisces rules that 12th house, which has to do with prisons. It has to do with hospitals. It has to do with endings and acceptance. And it's so sad that this little girl lost her life. And this is water, right? We are rising with the health. We are descending with the Piscean energy, with death. And the justice is coming at home to the mother. And so that's what we're seeing. We are seeing the rising and descending, and we are seeing this flame of life, the flame of life. And the communications here in the 3rd house is all about the justice system, Libra. And there is Zeus there as well. So sad, very sad. And it shows too that this would not be the first time that she would have been abused. Because the South Node is here. This is not the first time that this happened. Not at all. This is not the first time that this would have happened. And this woman is now finally where she belongs, which is behind bars. locked up. And hopefully she gets what she's given by other inmates in there. I hope she does. I hope she does. Another precious child. You know, it's unbelievable. It's the saddest thing, because mothers, you know, we as mothers, we nurture and we care for our kids. That's what our role is. Why would we do anything different? And the only thing that I can say is fate. You know, fate. There's a lot of things that are coming during this period of time. Lots of things that are coming, even more crazy and radical. And I'm going to be doing a video on that. It's not going to be about the kids. I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what I see coming on the 22nd of September. It seems like that there are a lot of things that are culminating, and we are leading up to some type of event with world leaders, religious leaders, and so on. But there's a lot of things that are taking place in September, the end of September, and I'm trying to really wrap my head around it. But the energy is very intense. You know, it's very intense. And this energy with Astrea, the divine justice, she's going to be in Sag until November. And so anytime she is showing up at a square with this Pisces and Virgo, it's not good. It's not good at all. Not good. And the more that she moves up in degree, she is going to come into a square with Saturn. And this is something that I'll be talking about as the days progress. But I just wanted to show you guys that there is the missing event line, which was the Pisces. That's the line that she was found on, is this Pisces energy right here. That's the line she was found on. The degrees were, it's going to depend on, was she 13 miles away? Was she 20 miles away? Was she 20 miles? You know, I don't know. I don't know the exact mileage. Per my map, it's about 13 miles. So I don't know. If it is that 13 miles, then Astrea would definitely hold the mileage. And, you know, this is a study. I've seen people say, you know, you've said that Sebastian is here. You said he's there. Well, you know, I'm not God. I'm studying. I'm trying to get better. And Sebastian's case is, it just blows my mind. It is the most difficult to try to decipher. If we look at Sebastian, you know, all we can do is look at the time that he went missing from the Texas Roadhouse. Do you guys want to see that? Do y'all want to see that? And just, you know, I don't know, maybe we could talk that out. It just seems like, you know, and I'm continuously saying people need to do something different to get different results. And that applies to me too. Like, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I want to get different results. I want to find these kids. And I just don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. So we have this little girl. And like I said, she went missing. She was reported missing, and she could have been deceased days before. But this is very important, because what we're seeing here is Mercury on the ascendant. And Mercury is about the media, the communications, you know, and the sun is shining in Virgo right next to the South Node. There's a fate here, and the sun is shining on that fate of health. And all of the values here is about the body. And the body would have been in possibly a park, government-owned land. But she was definitely in the river. And this is what would signify the river for me, is the Sag energy, and being contained in the river. Instead of just thrown in the river, she's actually contained. And this containment is where we find Scorpio. Scorpio does contain. We could have thought, well, she's definitely in the landfill. Definitely in the landfill. But this Sag energy would have prevented the landfill idea. So the baby wasn't thrown in the trash. She was thrown in the river by the bank. Oh, it just breaks my heart. It is so sad, Julie. Hey, honey. Hey, Cinderella. It is very sad. Very sad. But yeah, I just wanted to come on for a little bit and just show you guys that that is what I was seeing. It was the square. And that square is what I drew out, but I didn't draw out any hot spots. And it's like, I wish that that's all I have on Sebastian's map. It's just trying to figure out the distance. Know if he is deceased or alive. And I don't know. It's beyond me right now. And it has been for quite some time. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit, just looking at this. I'm going to probably go live with MMO today. We're going to talk about Lily and Jack. And I don't know. I just thought that this was interesting to show. And rather than do a video and all of that, I just figured I would come on and talk about this little girl. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the afternoon, TGIF, all that good jazzy junk. Thank you guys so much. And until my next live stream, peace out. Thank you for hanging out.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth, day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise